So you're thinking of getting yourself a Hotlink SIM card like this one, although this one is specifically for tourists, but you're wondering, should I actually do so? Especially with the new Hotlink Prepaid Unlimited SIM cards. What do you need to know about Hotlink? Well, you may want to know that they may be the fastest SIM card in Malaysia, but there's much more to that, so let's just get started with this review. Hi! It's Otto from Phone Travelers here, where we talk about everything related to traveling with your phone, like SIM card guides, SIM card reviews, international SIM card roaming with your provider, just everything related to traveling with your phone. Today we will be talking about Hotlink. It may be wondering, well, why am I not talking about the parent company Maxis? That's because Maxis only has postpaid plans, and those who want to get a prepaid plan, they have to go with Hotlink because Maxis doesn't have any type of prepaid plans, except to Hotlink, of course. In this review we'll be talking about the new Hotlink plans, the tourist SIM card. We'll do a speed test as well, show you some of the plans, and just everything you need to know about, well, yeah, a Hotlink prepaid SIM card. So let's just get started. I do have to say one thing before we actually get started, is that between the time that I recorded this video and the time that I was in Malaysia, the plans that Hotlink offered changed. While I was in Malaysia, they had the red plans, the red hot plans or something like that, so they were just called red, whereas now you have the Hotlink Unlimited Prepaid and Hotlink Video or Hotlink Prepaid Video SIM cards. While I was in Malaysia, I got myself a Hotlink Prepaid SIM card like this, and that's mainly because when I'm traveling to a destination, I usually have one SIM card that has to be my primary SIM card. That it means that that's the SIM card I'm going to use a bit more than other ones, because I don't want to just keep switching SIM cards just to preserve on data. That's annoying, but it doesn't mean that I don't test the other SIM cards. No, I've done a lot of reviews with other Malaysian operators, which you can see in this playlist up here, like Digi, Celcom, Yes 4G, and I'm missing one, U-Mobile. Yes, U-Mobile is the other one, but I wasn't actually trying to get myself a tourist SIM card. Normally I prefer to go with regular SIM cards because they come with more value, or they are much cheaper than your tourist SIM cards. In most cases, tourist SIM cards are a scam. But I had the issue in this case. When I went to the Maxis store, or the Maxis tower, which is like, you know, this very big tower, which is the Maxis headquarters, the salesperson didn't want to sell me a regular SIM card. She just kept saying that, you know, you should get this because, you know, short-term visitor. Even though I almost kept insisting that I want the regular SIM card, she kept insisting with no. Well, back then I didn't select my primary SIM card yet, so I was like, well, whatever, let me just get that one. So this serves as a warning for tourists or travelers in Malaysia. And if you go to a Maxis or Hotlink store, Maxis stores also sell Hotlink prepaid SIM cards. They may push you or force you to buy the tourist SIM card even if you don't want to. There are two things that I could have done. One, I could have just kept insisting, or two, I could have gone to another store, but I was like, well, I don't really care that much, because the tourist SIM card costs 36 Malaysian ringgit, which is much higher than the standard price of 10 Malaysian ringgit, but hey, I got some good perks. Alright, so let's talk about the type of SIM cards we have. I already introduced you to the tourist SIM card, and I also mentioned that we have two other SIM cards. We have the Hotlink Prepaid Unlimited and Hotlink Prepaid Video. Both SIM cards, so the Hotlink Prepaid Unlimited and Hotlink Prepaid Video, they cost 10 Malaysian ringgit. On the screen I have some currency conversions as well, so you know, well, how much it will cost in your currency. If you're a tourist or traveler visiting Malaysia, it's best to get yourself the SIM card from an official Maxis or Hotlink store. You'll most likely find more Maxis stores because there are more Maxis stores, but if you find yourself a Hotlink store, go ahead and get it there as well. As mentioned earlier, Maxis store also sell them Hotlink SIM cards, so don't worry about that. So what's the difference between the Hotlink Prepaid Unlimited and Hotlink Prepaid Video? Well, the Unlimited SIM card, they come with unlimited plans throttled up to 6 megabits per second, unlimited local calls, and some of the plans also come with unlimited, oh no, well, not unlimited, but free access to Vio, which is a streaming platform that streams things that I don't know because I didn't use Vio myself. Or Vio. Hotlink Prepaid Video, however, they come with capped speed, so unlike the unlimited one, you don't get unlimited data, but unlike the unlimited one, the speeds are not throttled, so you can get higher speeds than the unlimited ones. And you also get free unlimited video internet, which can be used for YouTube and a few other apps that are shown down below. Well, there's something I need to know about the unlimited plans, is that even though they are advertised as unlimited, they are not really unlimited. Shocker, Hotlink lied to you. Yes, and it has been a big controversy in Malaysia, and I will talk about it in another video, which you can talk about there. But instead, fair use limits are applied to these unlimited plans. I'll talk about those fair use limits later, but remember, they are not truly unlimited, unlike what Hotlink wants you to believe when you go to their product page. So what about that tourist SIM card? As mentioned earlier, it will cost you 36 Malaysian ringgit. It will come with 8 gigabytes of high-speed internet. After that, your speeds will be throttled to 64 kilobytes per second, which is extremely slow. It's like unbearably slow. You don't wanna enjoy those type of speeds. Shouldn't even use the word enjoy in that sentence, but okay. 60 local minutes and 60 international direct dial, or just international minutes to China and India. And this Tourist SIM card is valid for 15 days. So that's something to be aware of. You can buy regular packages on the Tourist SIM card, but even though if the package is valid for 30 days, your SIM card will still cut off after 15 days after activation, so be aware of that. If you need to top up, you can buy top up vouchers in almost every store, grocery stores, kiosks, 7-Eleven, you can find them there. I didn't need to top up myself because I had the Tourist SIM card, so I had enough data for the short time that was in Malaysia. But I do know that top up vouchers are sold between 5 Malaysian ringgit all the way up to 100 Malaysian ringgit. The Hotlink website doesn't really talk much about recharge or topping up. For example, they don't really state the credit validity, but based on the information I've seen from the Celcom website and Digi website, I assume the credit validity are what is shown on the screen in this table. But if somebody can correct me, well, correct me, that would be nice. Okay, so now to the packages that are offered by Hotlink. Remember, some of these plans are exclusive to either Hotlink Prepaid Unlimited or Hotlink Prepaid Video. So you have the unlimited plans, the uncapped speed add-ons, the video plans, and Hotlink ticket passes. For the unlimited SIM card, you have the unlimited plans that come with unlimited data with throttled speeds, which is either 3 megabits per second or 6 megabits per second, which only applies to the monthly plans. And as mentioned earlier, they say it's truly unlimited, but it isn't truly unlimited. I will talk about that when I show you the plans. Once you reach the fair use policy limit, your speeds will be reduced to 512 kilobits per second, which is slow, but it's better than 64 kilobits per second, so it's okay. But don't expect to stream YouTube videos at 4K. That's not possible. Unless you love to see loading screens and buffering, then go ahead and do it. These unlimited plans also come with unlimited local minutes, but be aware that you are not able or not allowed to use your phone as a mobile hotspot or tether, which is the correct term, unless you buy one of the speed add-ons, which we'll talk about after these plans. So let me just show you the plans on screen right now. Plans range from 3 Malaysian ringgit all the way up to 45 Malaysian ringgit. What data they say unlimited, but I show you the fair use policy. For the daily one you get 5 gigabytes, for the weekly one you get 15 gigabytes, and for the monthly one you get 50 gigabytes. After that, your speed will be reduced to 512 kilobits per second. The monthly plans, they come with free VU Premium, and all of these plans come with unlimited local calls, which applies to all networks or all Malaysian networks. So let's say you don't want to have slow speeds or you want to use your phone as a hotspot, then you can get one of these speed add-ons. They don't really have a name, so I call them unlimited uncapped speed add-ons, which sounds a bit long, which it is, but hey, they don't really have a name for them themselves, and they is Hotlink. And when you buy one of these add-ons, your speeds are not capped anymore, and you can use this data allowance for using your phone as a mobile hotspot or tethering. So yeah, you have these 3 add-ons, validities for 1 hour to 7 days. The one that costs you 1 Malaysian ringgit for 1 hour comes with truly unlimited internet, unlike the unlimited plans, which, well, very misleading terms or whatever, all the way up to 10 Malaysian ringgit for 5 gigabytes of data for 7 days. So these are the plans that are exclusives for the Hotlink Prepaid Unlimited SIM card. Now let's talk about the plans for the Hotlink Prepaid Video plans or SIM card. As a reminder, these SIM cards, they come with high-speed internet but then with capped speeds, and video internet for specific apps that I'm showing on the screen again. And when you get one of these plans, you really have to get yourself the Hotlink app, because you can get double the video data, or I think you have to redeem it in order to get the video internet, which will come with double your data allowance for those specific apps that I showed you earlier. So let's say you normally get 2 gigabytes of data. If you go to the app and redeem your price or ticket or whatever you have to refer to it, they will get 4 gigabytes for video internet. So make sure to, well, take advantage of that because it's part of your plan. So let me show you the video plans. They range from 3 Malaysian ringgit all the way up to 60 with validities ranging from 1 day to 30 days, so 1 month basically. 1 gigabyte of data all the way up to 10 for the video internet, 2 gigabytes all the way up to 20. Most of the plans, they do not come with local calls, and some of them do, but they come with limited local calls. Free video premium only applies to the monthly plans, at least 3 out of 4, starting from 35 Malaysian ringgit. And if you go over your high-speed allowance, you can still browse the web, but then kept at 64 kilobits per second, which I mentioned earlier, extremely slow, so you might be better off buying a new pass if that happens to you. Then you have the hot ticket passes. They come with data and international direct, I would just say IDD or international minutes, because that's just easier to say. And the IDD credit, they can be used to 10 different countries, including China, Bangladesh and India. But on the screen you will see the full list of the 10 countries, if I'm correct. Well, these ticket passes, they range from 3 Malaysian ringgit all the way up to 10, 1 GB of data all the way up to 3, for 1 day up to 7 days. And remember, these ticket passes are exclusive to the video SIM card. Now it's time for the speed test. As I mentioned earlier in the intro, Maxis or Hotlink, or both of them, because Hotlink is Maxis and Maxis is, no, Hotlink is Maxis. Yes, Maxis is regarded as the fastest operator in Malaysia. So when I was in Malaysia, I had to do a speed test. I will now show you some footage of the speed test that I did when I was in Malaysia. It was in Titi Wangsa, or Titi Wangsa. I keep saying Titi Wangsa, I don't actually know how to say the damn place. It's a place outside of Kuala Lumpur city center. There's just one speed test. I've done more speed tests throughout my time in Malaysia. And if you want to see more of the speed test results, make sure to go to Hotlink, or Maxis if you want to. Both links will go to the correct review, and then you can see it there. But I would recommend you to go to that article after you see the speed test in this video. So let's go back to Titi Wangsa. Alright, I'm now in a park called Titi Wangsa Lake, or at least the area is called Titi Wangsa. It has a nice stadium, and behind me there's a beautiful workout park, which you cannot see because it's not focused. But yeah, I've worked out here before. Anyway, as you know the drill, I use a third-party server. In this case it's YTL broadband, and now it's time to do the speed test just to see if Hotlink is as great as they say they are. So I use the speed test app from speedtest.net, or also from Ookla, or Ookla, however you want to pronounce it, and we get a download speed of 23, at least in this area. I've had higher before, but at least shows you that, well, you get decent speeds here as well. We have 21, 22. It's hitting 22, maybe 23 as well. No, not, well, let's say 23. We can round it up to that. Upload speed is decent with 3 or 4, not the highest, but well, we mostly care about download. The ping of 80 milliseconds, that's decent. Could be worse, could be better, but yeah, you're mainly interested in download anyway. So there we have it, decent speeds with Hotlink or Maxis, and yeah, that's all I can say basically. So that was the speed test with I keep saying Maxis, with Hotlink in Titi Wangsa. Well, I can already tell you that that was the slowest speed that I got with all the speed tests I've done. And as I mentioned earlier, if you want to see all the speed test results, make sure to go to phonetwist.com/Hotlink, or Maxis if you feel like typing Maxis. But yeah, so those are actually good speeds, and in fact, and I can already give you a hint that the speeds will go higher. And when looking at the average speeds, so the average speeds that I had with all the operators, OpenSignal is a company that also does like research related to telecommunications. They also found that Maxis is the fastest operator in Malaysia. So if you want to go for speed, you actually may want to go with Maxis or Hotlink. But how does Maxis compare with the other operators? And then I'm talking about the main operators, which are Digi or DJI, Celcom and U-Mobile, and yes, 4G. Even though it's not a main operator, it's a 4G only operator, but I tested them anyway. Well, you can check this comparison video up there. If it's not there yet, then well, send me an email at audio@phonetwist.com, and I'll send you an email or the video once it's live, because I need to make the individual videos first before I can upload a comparison video. And if you want to read an in-depth comparison of the 4 Malaysian operators, the main operators, so Digi, Hotlink/Maxis, Celcom and U-Mobile, make sure to go to phonetwist.com/Malaysia-comparison, and it will take everything that I know about these operators, their packages, their coverage, and take some certain scenarios. So saying, well, let's say if I only want to spend 10 Malaysian ringgit on data, which one is the best? What about 30, 50, 100 maybe, but I'm not sure if, well, you want to spend 100 Malaysian ringgit on data. You can get a lot of data for 50 already. And based on all these variables, I was able to find the best Malaysian SIM card, which may not be the fastest, it may not be the one with the best 4G coverage, it may be, well, it could be whatever. So make sure to go to phonetwist.com/Malaysia-comparison and read an article, or you can watch the video version up there as well in the eye. And if it's not there yet, send me an email and I will send you the link to the video once it's live. So if you found this video insightful, make sure to click the like button and comment down below if you're gonna try Hotlink when you're in Malaysia, or if you're already in Malaysia and have tried Hotlink before. Share your experiences with us so we can all become, well, smarter. And if you enjoy content like this, make sure to subscribe. I talk about, well, traveling with your phone all the time. Local SIM card reviews, I give you phone travel tips, tricks and hacks, international roaming, mobile hotspots, just everything related to traveling with your phone. And if you subscribe, well, you won't regret it, because I upload a few times a week. with good content. I believe so. While you're at it, make also sure to check out my blog phoneTwist.com, where I do this type of stuff as well, but in a written form, usually a little bit more in depth. I like to give you the essential information in video, and then the details and small stuff, I will mention those in the articles. That's it for today. Make sure to check the eyes up there for related videos, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.